Stretching along the sun-drenched coast of North Africa, a land of vast deserts and ancient cities holds stories that have shaped civilizations for millennia. This is Libya, a crossroads of empires, a battlefield for global powers, and a nation forged in the crucible of history. Join us as we journey through time, from the earliest desert dwellers to the Libya of today. Our story begins long before recorded history, in the sweeping landscapes of the Sahara. Here, the ancestors of the Berber people, known as the Amazigh, thrived. They were the original inhabitants of this region, their culture deeply connected to the land. Imagine vibrant communities painting vivid scenes of their lives on rock walls, hunting in green savannas that have long since turned to sand. Animated maps show us how their settlements dotted North Africa, creating a tapestry of tribes and kingdoms long before the sails of foreign ships appeared on the horizon. They were masters of the desert, their legacy echoing in the names of places and the spirit of the people. Around the 12th century BC, the winds of change began to blow from the sea. Phoenician sailors, skilled merchants from the Levant, established trading posts along the coast. They founded cities like Oea, which would later become Tripoli. Their arrival marked the beginning of a new era, connecting North Africa to the bustling world of the Mediterranean. Trade routes began to snake across the sea, carrying goods, ideas, and cultures. Following the Phoenicians, Greek colonists arrived in the 7th century BC, drawn to the fertile lands of eastern Libya, a region they called Cyrenaica. Here, they built the magnificent city of Cyrene. Picture stunning temples dedicated to Apollo, grand theatres, and bustling marketplaces. Cyrene became a major centre of Greek philosophy, culture, and art in Africa, a shining beacon of Hellenistic civilization. Its ruins today stand as a breathtaking testament to its former glory. But the age of Greek dominance would eventually give way to a new, formidable power, Rome. After the fall of Carthage, Rome's influence spread across North Africa. By the 1st century AD, they had consolidated their control, creating the province of Africa Proconsularis. The Romans were master builders and administrators. They expanded cities, constructed aqueducts, and built incredible monuments. One of the most spectacular examples is Leptis Magna. Born as a Phoenician port, it flourished under Roman rule, especially during the reign of Emperor Septimius Severus, who was born there. Imagine walking through its grand triumphal arch, its sprawling forum, and its impressive amphitheatre overlooking the sea. Leptis Magna became one of the most beautiful cities in the Roman Empire, its wealth fueled by the olive oil and grain produced in the fertile coastal plains. Animated trade routes crisscross our screen, showing a river of goods flowing from North Africa to the heart of the Roman Empire, making the region a vital breadbasket for Rome. As the Roman Empire began to fracture in the 5th century, Libya entered a period of instability. Vandal tribes swept in from Europe, briefly establishing a kingdom before the Byzantine Empire reclaimed the territory. But another, more profound transformation was on the horizon. In the 7th century, a new force emerged from the Arabian Peninsula, carrying the banner of Islam. Arab armies swept across North Africa, bringing with them a new language, a new faith, and a new culture. The indigenous Berber populations gradually converted to Islam, and Arabic became the dominant language. This Islamic expansion fundamentally reshaped the identity of the region, linking it to a vast and dynamic Islamic civilization that stretched from Spain to India. Maps illustrate this dramatic shift, showing the rapid spread of the caliphate. Over the next several centuries, various Islamic dynasties ruled over the region, including the Aghlabids, the Fatimids, and the Almohads. Tripoli and other coastal cities became important centers of trade and Islamic scholarship. Then, in the 16th century, another great power set its sights on North Africa, the Ottoman Empire. Extending their dominion from Constantinople, the Ottomans captured Tripoli in 1551, incorporating the territory into their vast empire as the Regency of Tripolitania. For over 300 years, Libya was part of the Ottoman world, governed by a pasha appointed by the Sultan. While often enjoying a great deal of local autonomy, the region was culturally and politically tied to the empire, a status quo that would last until the dawn of the 20th century. The 20th century brought turmoil and radical change. As the Ottoman Empire weakened, European colonial ambitions grew. In 1911, Italy, seeking its own place in the sun, invaded Libya. The Italo-Turkish War resulted in Italy seizing control of the territory, beginning a period of harsh colonial rule. The Libyan people, led by figures like the heroic Omar al-Mukhtar, mounted a fierce resistance for 2 decades, a struggle that became a symbol of anti-colonial defiance. The strategic importance of Libya was thrust onto the world stage during World War II. The deserts of North Africa became a key battleground between the Allied and Axis powers. We see archival footage of tank battles raging across the sand, the legendary desert rats clashing with Rommel's Afrika Korps. Key battles, like the Siege of Tobruk and the Battle of El Alamein just across the border, were pivotal moments that helped turn the tide of the war. For the Libyan people, it was another period of immense suffering and disruption on their own soil. After the war, the fate of Libya was placed in the hands of the newly formed United Nations. After years of negotiation and debate, a momentous decision was made. On December 24, 1951, Libya declared its independence, becoming the United Kingdom of Libya under King Idris I. It was one of the first African nations to achieve independence in the post-war era, a moment of immense pride and hope for a new beginning. The young nation was initially one of the poorest in the world. But everything changed in 1959 with a discovery that would redefine its future: oil. The discovery of vast petroleum reserves under the desert sands brought unprecedented wealth. This newfound resource dramatically transformed Libya's economy and society. The country rapidly developed, with new infrastructure, schools, and hospitals. However, this oil wealth also brought new political and social pressures. In 1969, a military coup led by a young officer named Muammar Gaddafi overthrew the monarchy and established the Libyan Arab Republic. For the next 4 decades, Libya followed a unique and often controversial path on the world stage. The discovery of oil funded vast state projects but also concentrated immense power. The nation's history during this period was complex, marked by both significant development and international isolation. In 2011, inspired by regional uprisings, a major revolt led to a civil war, resulting in the overthrow of the government and a prolonged period of instability and conflict. Navigating this modern era requires a neutral and informative perspective, acknowledging the deep challenges the nation faces in forging a unified path forward amidst internal divisions and external pressures. From the ancient rock art of the Sahara to the gleaming skyline of modern Tripoli, Libya's history is a powerful epic of resilience and transformation. It's a story written in the stones of Roman ruins, the verses of Arabic poetry, and the determined spirit of its people. As we watch the sun set over the Libyan coast, we are reminded that this ancient land, which has witnessed the rise and fall of so many empires, is still writing its next chapter. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of Libya. If you found this story fascinating, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the histories that have shaped our world. See you next time.